everybody, it's Michelle, and today I'm doing another collab with my friend Happybird. She always has such beautiful crafts, and I'm always honored to have a part in that. She's going to have a wonderful video for you guys where she'll be making some Christmas ornaments out of alphabet blocks from Dollar Tree. And if you guys have not already seen that, you have to go over and see it. You guys are going to love it. You've never seen an alphabet block so beautiful. And to go along with her ornament, I'm going to be showing you some dangles today that she is going to be using on her alphabet block ornament. And I really love this dangle design because in my mind it sort of looks like a Christmas ornament. I didn't really know what to call the shape that I had in mind, but the way that this goes together kind of reminded me of an ornament shape, sort of like this, where it comes to a point at the bottom and at the top. It's sort of a traditional Christmas ornament shape, and I kind of got the feel of that sort of shape with these dangles. And it's just like you may have seen in another collab that I did with Happybird before, where I did some simple bead dangles, and we just chose one feature bead like the one in the middle we have here, and just frame those out with 4mm daisy spacers or some other sort of spacer bead to frame that out. And these are very similar in that way. We've got the feature bead and we frame that out with the daisy spacers as well, but we just went ahead on top and bottom and added another bead to kind of elongate that and create that ornament sort of shape. And this is just like the ones that you'll see Happybird use. I have a 10mm acrylic bead, 4mm daisy spacers, and number 6 seed beads, and that is exactly what you'll see in her video. And you'll see how she adds those as embellishments on her alphabet block ornament to just make it so beautiful. And today I'm going to show you a couple of different options. If you guys know me, you know that I really like to mix it up and show you some variations in different ways that you can do these projects without having to have the exact beads. If you don't have the exact colors or shapes or sizes, it's not a problem. You just take that basic concept and follow that, and you can change it up and create multiple different designs and looks. So for our first one, I'm going to show you how we did that, and it's going to be just like the one that you saw here. I have a 10mm bead, 2 4mm daisy spacers, 2 number 6 seed beads, and a 2-inch head pin. I'm using sort of a thinner gauge here, but if you want to get a good strong head pin, I would suggest an 18 to 20 gauge, and that should be very strong for you so that you can do the loops at the top without having to wrap the wire, as Happybird mentions in her video. And I am using glass beads for these first two, and then I have acrylic after that, and those are even different sizes. I've got a couple of different shapes, and I'll show you guys as we go along the different variations. So I'm just going to take my head pin. I'm going to first put on one of my number 6 seed beads, and then my 4mm daisy spacer, and then our 10mm bead. Daisy spacer again, and then our other number 6 seed bead. And you can see how that elongates that to sort of give it that Christmas ornament type of shape. And then I'm just going to bend that over at about a 90-degree angle. Cut it down to about 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to roll that into a loop. And we're going to stop right there and not add a jump ring or anything. We're going to leave these so that you can personalize it with whatever you're going to be attaching it to. And these can be used in projects like Happybirds with the Christmas ornaments, or you can use them as jewelry. You can attach it to a necklace or make 2 matching ones and have a pair of earrings. You can really use these for anything that you want to attach them to. So for this one, I've got pretty much the same things, except instead of a 10mm round, I have an 8x10 rondelle. And that shortened sort of rondelle shape, I thought kind of lended to the Christmas ornament shape even more. So I thought we would do that. And of course you all can use any colors that you choose, whatever fits your Christmas theme. But I just really love the traditional red and green Christmas color scheme. That always just gets me in the Christmas mood. Okay, so just like before, we have added our number 6 seed bead, 4mm daisy spacer, and then our larger bead, which is in this case our rondelle, and then our other daisy spacer, and our other number 6 seed bead. And I love the way that rondelle contributes to that Christmas ornament sort of shape. So again, we're just going to bend that over at a 90-degree angle. Cut it down to about 1/4 of an inch. And roll it into a loop with our round nose pliers. And we'll stop there, allowing for attaching whatever jump rings that we want to add according to how we're going to cluster those, or if you want it hanging alone. However you use that, we'll add our jump rings then when we put that on. Okay, so for our next one, we're going to change up one of our elements again. And before, where we used the number 6 seed beads, I'm going to show you another option for those. These do measure at about usually 3.5 to 4mm in size. So I decided to find an alternative for that. And I've got these 4mm silver glitter beads. And I thought that would be beautiful on a Christmas ornament. I love that sparkle. I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but it really does sparkle. I love those glitter beads. And these are just some that I found in my stash. If you want to search glitter beads on eBay or Etsy, I'm sure you'd be able to find those. And these are in the 4mm size. So then our daisy spacer. And then our main bead, and that I've also changed up the size a little bit. This one is a little bigger. I am using an acrylic bead this time, but it's in the 12mm size. And then another daisy spacer and another 4mm glitter bead. And again, I love that silver sparkle. And we're still keeping with that tapering at the bottom, tapering at the top, sort of Christmas ornament shape. That's really the basic idea that we're going for today. So whatever beads you have that will accomplish that are going to work out great. They can be different styles of beads, different colors, even different shapes. We're just going on a basic concept and sort of working from there with whatever we've got in our stash. So there's another one, and you can see how it creates that tapered shape again. And in our next one, I wanted to show you guys these. These are another bead that I just had in my stash. And I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe if I go ahead and put it on the head pin, I can show you guys a little better. If you look closely, it sort of has a red look to it, but it's a clear bead. And what that is, it's just painted red right through the hole of the bead, and it causes that to reflect different ways through the clear bead according to the different ways that you're viewing it from. So I thought that was a really cute little subtle way to get a hint of red in there and still have the shine from the clear. So you guys just explore your bead stash and see what interesting beads you can find. Sometimes I will find beads that are very interesting that I may just have one or two of, and I really like to work those in a way that they'll really stand out in a certain dangle or something. So I thought this was a good way to feature these and to get a little bit of red in there. And those are about a 3 by 5 rondelle sort of shape. You might even call it a disc bead. So we're changing up the size a little bit again too, but it's still going to work out beautifully. And then we've put our 4mm daisy spacer. And now my larger acrylic bead. Again, we're using a 12mm this time. Another 4mm daisy spacer, and another one of our clear and red beads. And I really love how you get that different effect of that red in there. So we're going to bend that over. Cut it down to 1/4 of an inch. And then hold everything together and roll that into a loop with your round nose pliers. And there again you have that Christmas ornament sort of shape. So you guys get the idea of what we're going for. Just a main bead in the center, and we're elongating and tapering with a spacer and a smaller bead, whether it be the number 6 seed beads or the 4mm round glitter beads or the 3 by 5 rondelles. You're getting the same effect with all of those. So I just want to show you guys one more example. And you guys may know that I really like to stress the point that you should make every project your own. If you see a craft that I have done or one that Happybird has done, I very much encourage you to take inspiration from that and put a little twist on it. Add to it or do something that will really make it unique. Really put your stamp on it and make it your own. So one of the things that I decided to do that I really wanted to put a little spin on it and do something a little different, I took inspiration from these beads here that had the red just in the center of the hole. And I thought that gave a really nice effect, the way that you can see red or you can see clear or both, depending on which way you look at it. And that's what I wanted to try to recreate. So on this one, on the bottom, I'm going to be using a number 6 seed bead like we did in the first ones. And I'm using that in a green this time. And my silver 4mm daisy spacer. And what I thought I would do to get an effect of that red through the center was to put a couple of red bugle beads to where they will end up inside of the clear bead in the center of the entire ornament. And that really works out pretty well with these acrylic beads. They do have a much larger hole, and sometimes that really is a benefit, and it works really well for this situation here. So I just got a couple of red bugle beads that would mostly, if not all the way, equal about the length of what's going to be the height of your bead. So I put those on right after my daisy spacer, and when I put this acrylic bead on with that larger hole, it's going to slide right over those and they will show through, giving that effect just like our rondelles did here. And I thought that was really, really neat. So now we're going to top it off with our other 4mm daisy spacer and our other number 6 seed bead. And there you have your ornament shape with that red center effect. I think that's really cute. So now we're just going to bend it over at a 90-degree angle, cut it down to about 1/4 inch, and hold it firmly together and roll it into a loop. So I challenge you guys to see what you can come up with for this project to create that Christmas ornament sort of shape with whatever you might have on hand. I love that Christmas ornament sort of shape. Just adding one extra bead to both ends really took that simple bead dangle one step further to create that ornament shape, and I think that's really, really cute. So you guys, don't forget to check out Happybird's video and see how she uses these in some beautiful, beautiful Christmas ornaments made out of alphabet blocks from Dollar Tree. They're absolutely gorgeous. You're going to love them. Again, I'll put her links in the description below as well as on the end screen at the end of this video. Also on my blog, and pretty much anywhere that you see this video, you will be able to find the links to Happybird's video as well. So be sure to check that out. Those ornaments are gorgeous. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and Happybird's if you haven't already subscribed to her as well. Give me a like over on my Facebook page. Join our Facebook group, Craftie Minds. Follow me on Pinterest and Instagram, and don't forget to visit the blog. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.